There is a moment each day that most people never see. It arrives quietly, without announcement, without noise, without demand. It is the hour before the world awakens, when the sky is still deciding its color and the air feels untouched by hurry. This is the hour that changed my life. When I first entered the monastery, waking before sunrise felt like a punishment. The bed was warm, the air outside was cold, and my mind whispered that rest was more important than discipline. But my teacher once told me something that changed how I saw the morning. He said, "If you wake before the world, you remember who you are before the world tells you who to be." So I began rising earlier. At first, nothing dramatic happened. I simply sat in silence. I listened to the wind. I watched the sky slowly change color, but gradually I noticed something powerful. My thoughts were clearer. My emotions were calmer. I was less reactive, less rushed, less controlled by circumstances. Early rising is not about productivity alone. It is about alignment. When you wake late, your day begins in response to others, messages, responsibilities, noise. But when you wake early, your day begins in intention. You choose your first thoughts. You choose your first actions. You meet yourself before you meet the world. I remember one particular morning when the stars were still visible. I felt tired and almost returned to bed. But I stayed outside, breathing slowly as the first light appeared over the mountains. In that moment, I understood that discipline is not restriction. It is self-respect. Each early morning was a quiet promise that my growth mattered more than my comfort. Many people believe they do not have time, yet the early hours create time. Even 15 peaceful minutes before sunrise can shape the rhythm of your entire day. In those minutes, you can reflect, stretch your body, read something meaningful, or simply sit in stillness. That stillness becomes strength. Over the years, I observed that those who rise early carry a different energy. They are not hurried. They are not easily shaken. They have already anchored themselves before the storms of the day begin. And that anchor is built in silence, in darkness, before the sun appears. So tonight, do not think of waking early as losing sleep. Think of it as gaining ownership. Tomorrow morning, when the alarm sounds and the world remains quiet, ask yourself gently, will I follow comfort or will I follow growth? Because the sun rises every day without fail. And when you rise with it, you begin to live not by accident, but by intention. And that is where real power begins.